So conversations happened that were kind of organized around City University and went beyond it and ended up becoming Green Technology Education Center.
Correct.
And so this happened because of the communal practices of people coming together with a vision and ideas that could happen. Tell us about the Green Technology Education Center and through all these dialogues, what it has become, what is being created through these ongoing conversations.
Well, Chris, what's interesting is, when you take the periphery and move it somewhere else and start to materialize it,
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah.
There's, I think, very likely to be also an identity crisis because you've subtracted a whole lot of the infrastructure, but also the taken for granted routines and conversations outside into space.
Yes, yes.
So the same thing happened with the LSC, as happened with GTEC. We then had to sort out, okay, well, what was it going to be, or what is it going to be? And initially we had a very architectural vision that took the form of a building, which soon became apparent to us would cost gazillions of dollars in Vancouver.
Yeah.
Like for the property alone. And so we stepped back from that initial picture of an actual, albeit very different, education center to begin to think about, okay, how do we take the first faltering steps on the ground and have a presence? And so that led to some initial programming, the first of which was the Neighborhood Environmental Education Project. And the vision there was to bring the environmental learning that has been taking place in many organizations and groups directly to the community.
Right.
So
how did you do that?
We partnered with 14 different organizations, all the way from Hub Cycling through the Environmental Youth Alliance to Eco-Justice, to present workshops in neighborhood houses.
Nice.
And we also did a Joanna Macy influence support group for the many people that we were finding were distressed. And we also held a groundbreaking town hall at Kitsilano Neighborhood House, where over 40 people from the community met with the ragtag group of environmentalists that assembled to have an open dialogue. So
yeah, tell us more.
So then along came COVID and cut the action,
Yeah.
So the next thing we did, we began to see that if and when this ever ends, what happens then? Is it an opportunity for the much needed socio and economic transformation of society? So we pulled together a core team surrounded by a circle of people with special knowledge in things like building retrofitting, organic farming, and so forth, and cooked up what became an influential report called Rebuilding BC, available on GTEC's website, which eventually resulted in meetings with George Heyman, with the Minister of the Environment and Climate Change, deputy ministers, Dave Eby gave us a call. The report was also endorsed by a number of the luminaries in the field, from David Suzuki through Joel Solomon to Seth Klein.
Wow.
So it was an impactful report, which in the end, one could say in all honesty, was translated into the usual incremental change that government prefers, at least thus far, rather than the transformative change which the report imagines. However, it put us on the map. We also did a really fun thing. We have developed an AI-mediated application.
Really?
And we used that application to deliver a program that we called Gen Z Goes Electric in partnership with 2 high schools, one in Vernon, one in Richmond. So anyway.
I want to know more.
Yeah. So the goal was to elevate the awareness of young people for one of the solutions to the climate crisis, which is the electrification of transportation, particularly in light that senior high school students are just beginning to drive or about to drive. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And the thing that was mind-blowing about it, I have to say, is that the homework assignments were to create an Instagram post, to create a pitch for peers, but finally the one that really got us is to create TikTok videos. Chris,
oh, wow.
These young people are so sophisticated. I mean, we have on our website, in a blog post about this project, a 15-second video that will blow your mind, created by a 15-year-old. It would take me days to figure out, if I ever could, what he did, probably with his smartphone.
That's fantastic.